Okay, so coming up in the next 7 minutes, we're going to talk a little about lighting not needing to cost an arm and leg. We're going to talk a little bit about audio and Merit, you're going to keep these lights off, audio and music, and then we're going to talk about music cues. That was me getting a little bit sidetracked. Now, the first thing that you'll notice about lighting sometimes, and I'm going to show you something that I call muddy lighting. So at the moment, what this is doing, the scene that I'm in, and the muddy lighting based on a movie that was about pottery that got really messy really fast. I'm sure you remember that one. Sometimes you take a look at something and it really just feels as if everything is blending into one another, because everything is just, that's the idea when things are muddy. And so I'm going to take you through this idea of a light that you can create for yourself. And the crazy thing about this is it's literally one of these. We kept the lighting out deliberately because I'm going to do a little bit of, I'm going to build a light for you. This is a common garden variety light. It's one of those LED lights, and you'll see that's very strong. I'm busy, I'm shirking. It's like, that's bright. But this is what you can use as a light to create something really, really nice and simple. And all that you're really going to need, I'm going to switch it off for the moment, and all you're really going to need is a box. These LED lights you can go and buy. This is literally, this garden variety is something like I think it's 150 Rand or 160 Rand at the marts, and you get 2 of them. And it comes with a cable that you can buy, and you can put a plug on and a light switch so that you can control it. But what you're really going to need for this as an exercise, now this is the part of the show that's fully improv, is a box. And I'm now going to ask Mira to give us the front light. In fact, let's just do a fill light. Thanks. Just a filler light. So this box is what you can do with a shoebox. We've pre-produced a hole in it on the one side, and what you can go and do is literally go and create cover, take off the cover and cut it like so. This is all unrehearsed. Don't do unrehearsed stuff, they say. Then the next thing that you're going to need is from the kitchen. You can grab trace film or the sandwich paper film, or you could use trace film that the kids use to do drawings on. And literally you need just one section so that you can put it over the box. And I'm doing this again, totally unrehearsed. We haven't seen this before. And the last thing that you're going to need is some tape. So if you have some masking tape, stand by. If you're going to do a demo, maybe you want to think next time about pre-cutting the masking tape so that you can do this fast and work. Fortunately, I was great at doing gifts, and gifting is one of my favorite things. You can figure out your patter as you do something, because there are going to be moments that you're distracted. And then you have your box essentially creating a light box. So it is literally as simple as this. You go and take a box, put some film over it, and the next thing that you're going to do is, I'm going to do this as a key light now. You shine the light through that, stick that down, and suddenly you have a really neat soft light. So again, this is the sort of thing that you can then place quite close to your screen. And as we talked before, you want to go and put it in a position that is a little bit higher. And we're going to talk a little bit about those angles in a second as well, so that the lighting really works out for what it is that you're trying to do to get that little sparkle in the eye. And that could really make the world's difference to creating some communication. Now, I said I'm going to touch on audio, and I'm hoping that I can get this right, but something that's kind of interesting while the lighting is a little bit low is really to work with sound effects as well. So if you think about it, you could use sound effects to bring the scene a little bit lower while the lighting is low, and suddenly there are crickets out there, and this is how you could use sound to also help to open up a scene and to put it into a position where it starts getting interesting, right? Because even because of the cricket sound that's coming from my computer, I'm trying to be in a different space. Something else that you can use, and I'm cutting to that now, is music. So I've got this piece of music in the background, and if you go and fetch something quite emotively and it's kind of low, the music could even cue you as it swells up to go and work with something that you can do to really keep your audience right there in the palm of your hands and keep them engaged for the whole next section coming out.